Hey channel, welcome back. It's our first full day in Colorado, so Cruiseman and I decided to jump on the bikes and head back over the $1 Million Highway and Red Mountain Pass, the area we had just come through the day before, but in the rain, and we were so tired it was hard to focus on the beauty. But we're going to take you there now, so sit back and enjoy. Here at the True Grit restaurant in Ridgway, Colorado, we had a great meal, which was the case many times on this trip. One morning, again in Ridgway, we had a great breakfast here at Kate's, a very mom and pop type breakfast eatery with great food and great coffee. In these small mountain towns, however, most of the tourism leaves during the winter and it's difficult to keep your doors open. We saw evidence of that just about everywhere. Here we're riding through the town of Ouray. This town has an elevation of about 7,700 feet and a population of less than 1,000. And my, have things changed in the 40 years that my family's had a house in this area. Today it's a very popular tourist destination for people who like to go four-wheeling or ride motorcycles or maybe a little beautiful photography. The $1 Million Highway starts in Ouray, Colorado and runs south over Red Mountain Pass all the way to Silverton, Colorado. There are a lot of stories and folklore about how the $1 Million Highway got its name. One idea is that there are $1 million views in every direction. Another idea is that it cost $1 million to build, and I believe that. A man named Otto Mears back in the 1800s built this road out of sheer rock. It took him a long time at great expense, but in exchange for his efforts he got to put up a toll booth, and if you were traveling between Silverton and Ouray, you had to pay a toll to Otto Mears. Another popular idea is that $1 million worth of gold and silver that were mined in Red Mountain District passed through this road. Another idea is that there were $1 million worth of gold left over after the mining boom. But the best idea is that if you've ever traveled this road, nobody could pay you $1 million to ever travel it again. It can be a bit unnerving. Okay, so let me show you a little bit of this unnerving piece. Oh, and before you mention in the comments how I should or should not be driving this road, please keep in mind that I have driven this road for 40 years in all kinds of weather, in all kinds of vehicles. I know every turn, I know every nuance. I've asked Cruiseman to move on ahead so that I can go back and just catch up to him and bring this to you. Have a look. Having finally caught back up with Cruiseman, you can see here, we continued on our way through Silverton all the way up to Molas Pass Summit, where we stopped for some photos. Join us now as we explore the rest of this amazing road, and I'll point out some amazing things along the way. Here I was pointing out that you can actually still see the cores that were drilled into the rock where they would place the dynamite and blow the rock away. Here I'm pointing out a snowslide avalanche area they call East Riverside. There's one on the other side of the road too called West Riverside, and it would run so frequently that they had to build this tunnel to keep the snow from constantly covering up the road. Over the years, several snowplow drivers have lost their life plowing these roads, and right over here on the left was a memorial put up for those that have lost their lives maintaining the $1 Million Highway. And now we're entering one of the many set of switchbacks on this mountain. This is where the mountain is so steep that they have to curve the road back and forth just to climb it. Now we're coming up on one of my favorite places to take photographs. Crystal Lake has long been the most beautiful spot up here in the mountains for photographs. People get married here, and recently the dam broke and all the water drained out. So I stand up here just to get a better look at that lake, which was now just a muddy field. It was very sad. I'll throw up one of my favorite shots of Crystal Lake right now. Up here on the left you can see the famous Red Mountain. It gets its name and its color from all the iron ore in the ground. The iron ore actually rust, creating the red color. Here across the valley, we are riding by the famously rich but now abandoned Yankee Girl Mine. And here on my left, we're passing the elevated trestle of the Ardent mine, the most recently abandoned mine in this area. The Ardent mine shaft runs back into the mountain and drops 1,500 feet in a span of about 5 miles. After several twists and turns, we finally approach the summit of Red Mountain Pass at just over 11,000 feet. Here on our left, we are approaching the beautiful Silverton, Colorado. And here on my left now, the Molis Lake and Campground, very popular spot for overnight camping. Channel, I hope you've enjoyed this first full day in Colorado from my point of view. I also encourage you to check out Cruiseman's video for this day as we traveled through the $1 Million Highway and over Red Mountain Pass. He has a unique perspective, professionally produced. Go check it out.